Hello guys and welcome to another riftbound video. Today we're playing Master Yi against Lillia. This is a game I played several days ago during Nexus Night. So let's see how it went. Let's see, seems like I won the die roll and our hand is Scuttle Crab, double Ruin Runners, and Defy. Obviously, we want to keep Scuttle Crab. We want to keep at least one Ruined Runner. And Defy should be good against several of Lilia's spells, including their own Defy. Did I keep both Ruined Runners? Oh, I did. So I kept the hand. Interesting. Okay, play Scuttle Crab, draw. That's a Rengar. That's going to be very helpful. And next turn, we can Master Yi. I guess it depends on what they do. Is if they Sprite Fountain, and then they could Sprite Burst, but it's not that. It's Lonely Poro, so I think we can relax a little bit because they won't be spamming sprites just yet. Let's put the live track there. Do we want to play Master Yi on the Star Spring or base? Probably base, right? Because they can play what is it called? Sprite Burst, the one that puts in play two sprites, and they could kill my Master Yi for free. Well, not for free. That would be their whole turn, but then I don't have a way to kill the Poro. So if they wanna, yeah, if they wanna kill Master Yi, they will have to do a lot here. They will have to move the Poro in, play a sprite, charm, and if that's the case, they've spent a lot of resources just killing Master Yi, so I'm cool with that. Because next turn we can either Rengar or Ruin Runner. Playing Stupefy on the Crab, that doesn't really work because it's a minimum of one. So yeah, he rectifies, um, goes first to the battlefield, then Stupefies. Yeah, that makes more sense. Sure. They draw the Stupefy and kill my Crab. And I can see their whole hand. Mask, honestly, it's kind of scary here. If they play double mask, then we're in big trouble because then sprites attack and defend for 5, and it's hard for us to get past that. So mask, Raven Bloom, counter, which is Lillia's signature spell. They do have the sprite burst, so I'm happy that we didn't commit Master Yi, and unchecked power, which shouldn't be that much of an issue for Master Yi. Like the most they're gonna get out of that is 2 units. So now that we know their whole hand, it should be easier to play around everything. They're making a sprite. They should be at 2. Sprite's gonna die. Poro's gonna die. I don't think that's a great turn, honestly. The thing is, you have to commit Poro before playing Stupefy, and now the Poro is pretty much dead. So you're giving it away for free. I sure the Stupefy gets you another card, but it's essentially giving 2 cards away for nothing. I mean, you draw the card, so it's at the very least drawing. Sorry, giving 1 card away for nothing for a gold and a point. This early, I don't think that's very good. Here we can play attack with Master Yi, kill the Poro, and we know they have the Sprite Burst, so we don't want our Master Yi to die. So we can play Camel and pull Master Yi back. That's gonna be really hard for them to break. They could actually, is it? I mean, they could Sprite Burst. and play a sprite with Lillia because it gets reduced. The cost of the ability gets reduced by 1 for each sprite. So, but that would be their whole turn. They would attack with 9, my Ruin Runner, and spend the Sprite Burst, and then I have another Ruin Runner coming after this. So, yeah, I think it's fine if they want to do that. We're just trading cards back and forth, but I'm winning in terms of like stickiness of the might, because I have a plenty of might to play from my hand, and all the, if they do that turn, all of the, well, first of all, I kill all of the sprites except for one if they do that, and the one that remains will die next turn. So if I can make my might stick, I'll eventually overwhelm them. They decide not to go for that. They play Ravenbloom in base for their sprite goes in. Not sure if I like that one. I would have preferred to develop Mask from the Lillia side here instead of Ravenbloom Student. Like, you're already behind. This play doesn't like move your game plan further. It just stalls it out a little bit because Ravenbloom is really not going to be that effective the turn afterwards. Whereas Mask, it's gonna be a lot of value throughout the game. So I would rather have Mask in play than Ravenbloom here. And sure, you'll concede a couple points, but you're already pretty behind just because you have gave the Poro away. Now we go there with the Ruin Runner and have 6 more. Do we want to develop the other Ruin Runner? Probably, right? Like, they have to spend a lot to come back into this game. We can also kill the Ravenbloom. Sure, that makes sense because they will want to play the Mask next turn and probably Sprite Burst, and we want to get rid of as much might as we can. Play Poro there. Honestly, developing Ruin Runner didn't sound too bad either. Because the best they can do is kill one Ruin Runner and a Crab, and we would have another Ruin Runner and Master Yin base, so I don't hate that spot either, and we keep the Charm. Actually, I like that one better. I would have preferred not deramping here. The Poros are, I mean, they're not vital, so we don't need to play them right away. We have 5 cards in hand. They have 5. We know about 4 of them. Let's fast forward here a little bit. Watcher there seems... Seems like overextending a little bit. I could have, like, my guy is a 2-4 on defense. If I have punch first, you're now out of the game. If I have double pump, you're out of the game as well. If I have nothing, then I can most likely kill you with just 1 pump during my turn, trading the Yi for the Watcher. I don't think that's the play that brings you back to the game. I think developing the Mask earlier would have been way more useful. We hold to 5. If we had developed Ruin Runner and this happens, we now have the charm to kill the Watcher, because we can play Ruin Runner on the left side, bring back the Skullcrab, Charm, and Guard. And then he's dead when we can conquer with the Poro, go to 6. Anyway, there's a ton of ways to win this game from here. Our hand has been pretty good as well. So, yeah, I cannot complain. And here I should be playing Trinity on Master Yi, then in guard, killing the Fox. If they have Defy for the Enguard, we have our own Defy. So it's really like there's no risk involved here. Equip the Trinity. Poro up? Interesting decision. No, 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 wait. Attack first, otherwise it's just +1. There it is. +2 to the E. We're 8 to 7. Kills the Watcher. We go to 6. And now they have to get rid of the Master Yi, or we win. And if they spend all of their turn doing that, and Poro holds, we have the other Poro to go back in. Yeah, I would have preferred developing the Ruin Runner earlier and have that Ruin Runner in the battlefield instead of the Poro. And we also have Rengar in hand. So even though we're very much ahead of our opponent here, we could have sealed the deal with that just by being less like being a little bit more disciplined in terms of playing, developing in base and waiting a turn instead of trying to kill things immediately. Kills the Master Yi with what? Oh, with I don't remember the name of that card. The old Rex from Origins that deals 6 to something on a battlefield. Sprite Fountain makes a sprite. What? Oh, okay, now he plays the mask and just trades. So that's game, right? Yep, that's game. Okay, game one went really quick. I guess giving away the Poro was, I think, a mistake from my opponent, and then afterwards I just had such a great hand that I had like constant pressure to apply every single turn, and there was no way for them to come back. This like very efficient starts with Master Yi on the play are really hard to break. Now we're doing sideboard. We're keeping out the disarming rakes. They have bellows probably, right? So we want to bring not so fast and unyielding spirit. Sabotage, I don't think it's gonna be needed that much. Okay, one. Yeah, I can see that. We probably we're getting rid of crabs. I guess that makes sense because sprites can kill crabs for free. And we should probably be sighting out Skyward Strike. Yeah, we don't want to be moving things around, especially because the only good target to kill is Lillia, and opponents usually play Lillia with the smoke and mirrors hidden. So if you charm the Lillia and they have smoke and mirrors, they can leave a sprite, then smoke and mirrors, swap back, put another token, and it becomes very messy. So it's better just to not charm them and try to kill the Lillia in combat, whether it's on offense or defense. Okay, game two, our opponent is going first, and they're mulliganing. We need to look for... Oh, they're keeping. We need to look for a 2-drop. So probably Defy and Punch first can go back. Wait. I decide. I guess back off is also good to send back because Usually Lydia wants to attack with a lot of creatures, not necessarily one big creature. So especially my opponent's build. I know there's a build with Brutalizer and things like that that makes a really huge sprite every turn, but this is not the case. So sending back off back makes a little bit of sense. The thing about punch first is it derams you too, and I don't like playing punch first early in the game. I like playing it later in the game. So if I can draw into the second one on my deck later on, that's a little bit better rather than holding this one for like 5 turns. But I guess sending back off to the deck makes sense as well. We do have White Flame on our hand. We find the turn one play, which is a Lonely Poro. They play another Poro, just like last game, and pass. We're gonna be doing Poro and pass back here. They channel to draw for turn, and it is okay. Before anything else, they're going in with the Poro. Go to 1. Play Sprite Fountain, and that's a strong start. They go to 2, and they're like, now I need a pump to break either of these battlefields, but they have 2 open, so that could mean discipline or maybe in guard. The question is here, do I in guard first? Sorry, no, do I in guard or do I play Trinity? I don't know if they have any way to deal with the Trinity on their turn. I don't think so, right? The only gear hate that Lillia has is the one that kills, that gives my gear temporary. So I guess I'm being a little bit careless here. Like, it could be playing a little bit safer. Like, I could be doing end guard on base, then go in. If they discipline, we trade. If they double in guard, I guess I lose. And then I would be playing Master Yi. I mean, if I can guarantee the like breaking this hold and the temporary dies, they will have a new temporary, but then eventually that Sprite Fountain is going away. So maybe playing the Trinity here does make sense. Because now I'm at 4. If they discipline, I have the Engard and I still win. If they defy my Engard and they have like if they have Engard and defy, then I guess we trade. Yeah, I think I kind of like the Trinity. And if they don't have the response to the Trinity, we're we're just going to finish this game super quickly. So sure, I don't hate it. There's the discipline, and I'm fine with discipline as long as it's not doubling like in guard and keeping one open. I feel very comfortable playing my own in guard. Draws from the discipline. We get rid of the Poro and a discipline just by spending one in guard. So that's an awesome trade that we get to do. And now we have a Poro that defends for 6. And if he holds, we also get a rune. So if this works out, I think that trade puts us so ahead in this game that it should be easy to close out. We're low on cards though, so probably next turn we want to develop Master Yi and not D-Ramp. Unless they like play something super juicy and top out, then we can charm that. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. Wait, what happened? They play Mask. I like that. It's a little bit. This is why I meant, or what I would have liked to see last game. Like an early Mask does so much work. So another sprite fountain plus mask. So that's two sprites hitting four each. And that's a 6 might sprite. Shouldn't we be training? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we don't hold, but we get to do, like, we get them to tap out, spend a lot of resources. They do have a mask now in play, but they only have 3 cards in hand. So I don't know. I feel like we're kind of good here. Oh, we draw a Rengar. That's really good. And the Trinity is +2 might. Like, regardless of the effect is obviously um, like game defining if you get to hold. But at that point, it means that your opponent didn't have answers to it. The thing about Trinity is that it gives +2 might for the rest of the game, unless they deal with the gear itself, and they have to constantly come up with answers for you and not let you hold. And sure, they can get you out maybe one turn or two, but getting you out every single turn of that hold is pretty difficult, especially with the +2 on defense from Master Yi. Um, and they're tapped out, so we could probably. That sabotage is kind of weird, I think. Like, let's see, what other options do we have? We can play Master Yi, and that's it. Our hand is very expensive in terms of power. So, if we play Master Yi and pass, they go to 3 with the new sprite and get to develop, and then we're very behind. I guess we have to play Rengar here and not let them get so ahead and comfortable that they can just fully develop a board next turn. So if we Rengar, yeah, playing Sabotage kind of lets us know what we're working with, and we'll most likely play the Rengar here. But if they have like a really good hand against the Rengar and can deal with them easily, then we probably just play Master Yi. Okay, they do have the Turn to Dust. They have Turn to Dust, Defy, and Rex. So if we play Rengar and attach the Trinity, yes, it's a lot of runes, but they cannot. Actually, they can kill us. They can deal 6 with the Rex, and then create with the token from the Sprite Fountain. Then they can kill our guy. Actually, none of this would have happened if I just played Master Yi turn 2 and let them have a point, I think. And then I can go in with a Trinity, with the Poro and the Master Yi. Like, if the Poro dies with the Discipline, I can reattach to Master Yi and attack again. So, yeah, hindsight, I think Master Yi was better there than gambling with the Triforce. Because now they can play the Shark, deal 6 to Rengar, trade with the Sprite, and we have nothing to do next turn. They're at 7 runes, we're at 3. Yeah, this is a very bad spot for us. We should have played Master Yi earlier. Oh wow, Sprite Burst. I mean, that's a good draw. I guess they don't want to D-ramp. They can do 2. Are they trading everything? They are. Interesting. I really don't like that play that much because all of these tokens will end up dying. So if you play the Shark and then trade with the Sprite and kill my Rengar, at least next turn you have the Shark, the body. It's a 6 might body in your base, and then you can play. And you can always do this play afterwards. You can do Sprite Burst plus Lillia token afterwards, and I have to deal with the shark. I think if they did that, I'm pretty much out of this game. But I understand that the urge to kill the Rengar and try not to deramp. But not deramping with the hand they have is doesn't really make that much sense because they have nothing to spend the mana on. So now we play the Master Yi 3 turns later. Sorry, 3 turns late. Mm, at least the sprite won't hold. So cool. But this could have been played better by me. Yeah, I could have put myself in a position where none of this happens. Now they play Lillia. Even though they're up in points, we have tempo advantage. So this charm will do a lot for us. We can kill Lillia. We can kill the shark whenever they play it. We go to 5. Oh, and they want to hide a card. Sure. Now this is what I was talking about. Now we cannot charm Lillia because they will play smoke and mirrors and swap with Lillia, leaving a token there. So what if we try to kill the sprite with Master Yi? Like, would they bring Lillia if I do that? We have punch first to back up our attack, and I think we're winning the trade either way, but we want to do it in a way where we clean up their board as much as possible. If I could, like if possible, I would also like to play Ruin Runner this turn. Okay, go there. I guess we don't want to risk it into like this sprite is gonna die regardless. So they're gonna swap Lillia and hold here, and then they are pretty much trapped there for the turn. They can play the Rex, kill the Master Yi, or they should do that. So we can play. Yeah, I like this push with Master Yi. We can play Ruin Runner in base, hide the Sonias, and don't equip Trinity. The thing is, while not equipping the Trinity, we're telling our opponent we don't have in guard. I mean, maybe they don't pick up on these details, but it's pretty obvious that we don't. Otherwise, we would be equipping the Trinity. I should be hiding Sonia's here for sure. And we keep one open for the punch first. Yep, they're reacting to the temporary trigger, moving Lillia in, leaves another sprite behind that's tapped, sure, and they get to hold and channel a rune. Oh, and they draw for the smoke and mirrors. Okay. Wait. That one should be tapped. They go to 6. Whoops, seems like we both missed it. Oh, wait, what? That one should be tapped. They should have 10 available energy and 11 runes total. So hopefully that's not too relevant here. There's the shark. Pretty sure that's coming. And then I play Sonia's, save my Master Yi. They're at 6 and we're at 3. So we cannot afford to give them any more points. They're gonna be playing another sprite, pushing in, goes to 7, and now we're at in a place where we need to, yeah, sure, they draw for the seat of power. And now we're in a place where we need to hold both battlefields and stop this massacre. And all of this could have been avoided if I just played the Yi instead of Trinity Force turn 2. I think maybe it would have developed in a different way, but I think that was really relevant. Having the body to fight and not gamble on our only unit to survive would have been like a more resilient play in the following turns. They only have 2 open. They should have only 1 open, but they have 2 because we both missed the correct way of channeling the rune from the battlefield. I don't think they did it maliciously. It's just like we're also chatting and having a good time. So it's pretty friendly, a friendly game. So yeah, I don't think it's on purpose. Okay, I kill the guy. Kill the sprites. Go to 4. Sure, float 1. Attach Trinity to Master Yi. Kill the sprite, which is a 4. Because of the mask. See how much work the mask is doing? If they played mask the previous game, it would have been a different story. Go to 4 XP. Draw for the seat of power. And now we can charm the Rex, maybe? I have one floating. If I charm the Rex, he's a 7 against my 8. Okay, let's draw first from the clockwork, see what's coming. Okay, sure, that's probably not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see like an Engard or a Discipline. Bring the Rex here, that's 7 to 8. They have Defy. Okay. And now I'm depending a little bit on this punch first to be enough. Should we be playing Poro? I think so, right? Because if they go in and we play punch first, we don't have enough mana or energy to bluff the Rengar, so there's no point in not playing the Poro here. They would know even if we had Rengar, they would know we cannot play it very easily. So because we might end up playing punch first uh, on the Ruin Runner here if they attack there first, and it's very likely to happen that way because of actually, it doesn't really matter because they're at 7. I was thinking about Seat of Power. You always want to conquer the other one first if you can conquer both, but if they conquer both, they just win, so it really doesn't matter. I guess Watcher here wins them the game. I really don't remember how this game ended. It happened like 4 days ago, so we'll see here in a bit. I don't know if they play Singularity. Maybe they do. They could be killing the Master Yi and the Poro on the back, then going in with the Rex to try to trade with the Ruin Runner. The 6 + 3. I mean, there's no way. I think there's no easy way to get over the Ruin Runner if I have punch first, and it turns out that I do. So they would have to commit 13 might to safely kill the Ruin Runner there. Oh, there's the Watcher. 2 runes. So my Ruin Runner is a 2, 4 on defense, and Master Yi is a 4, 6 on defense. If they go with Watcher, this is a 2. So Ruin Runner is a 4 plus 5, he's a 9. If they go with Rex or the Shark, I don't remember. Is this Rex? I don't know. If they go with the Shark and Lillia here, then punch first only trades. And here I'm at 4, 6 on defense. And then they go with Watcher here. I mean, it's not that easy because I have 3 open. I could have like punch first plus discipline or punch first plus in guard, and they're in big trouble. So they have to gamble some way or another. And that's the tricky thing about playing against Master Yi. When they pass with a couple runes open and you have to make a really tight attack like this one, it's always tricky to find the best line, especially because they only have like 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand, and 2 mana open. Let's see how they decide to do it here. Wait, oh, they play another mask. That changes things a bit. So they can... Ooh, they can now go in here with Watcher, and if I have punch first, we just trade. And then you can Shark to Master Yi, and you're an 8 against my 6. So I would need double in guard to win that. But even if that happens, then I don't have any more cards in hand, or I have like 1. I cannot even tell how many I have. I think I have 3. So yeah, if my hand is punch first plus double in guard, then we basically trade here, trades here. They lose their units, but they still have Lillia there. They can push in with her. I'm at 3 runes. And they defend for 5, so it's gonna be very hard to do that. And they decide to go with Rex, not respecting the punch first. He's having a great time. So yeah, he's gambling. Not respecting the punch first definitely is a gamble here. Yep, I punch first. I'm a 9 against his 8. And his face says it all. Loses that trade, and now they can just trade with Fox with the camel, and they cannot go over the Master Yi. Yeah, they're trading. But now if I do have the Enguard, they lose the game on the spot. Well, maybe not lose, but they gave me a, like with the way they attacked gave me a very small window to get back into this game. So, oh wait, what? Oh, they trade, then they go in with Lillia, draw a card. Let's see if they hide something. They don't. I go to 7 with Master Yi, and it should be game here, I think, because they're tapped out. And they are a 5 on defense, but my Master Yi now has ganking, so... Oh, and I draw the Discipline. So, yeah, I can just gank over. And that's game. Right. Man, I really like playing Master Yi. It's such a fun deck. It's a little bit more linear than other decks, but since that's the case, you have a little bit more... Like, you have you can spend your time thinking a little bit deeper about every decision instead of trying to make a lot of actions each turn. Of course, the ceiling is capped against good players. They won't be like, not saying my opponent is not good or didn't play well, but against really really good opponents, they won't be giving you away the shark for free there at the end. They're gonna play around the most cards that they can. So yeah, it definitely has a ceiling, but it's still a very fun deck. I really like Master Yi. I've been also trying the same list, but instead of White Flame, um, what is it called? Primal Strength, the one that gives +7, because it's very rare that I play the White Flame to hold. I always play him to finish the game with the +8, and he's very, very expensive. So Primal Strength gives, yes, one less might, but it's more accessible in terms of how it can be paid. The downside is it can be defied, sure, but um, I guess it has trade-offs versus the White Flame. But I'm trying it out, and so far it has worked. And I don't know, you give it a try and let me know what you think. Here we're just discussing like their hand and the different ways in which they could have attacked. I told him that he should respect punch first there always because he's on the lead, so there's no need to take that risk. If I have punch first, I have to deramp, but he can still win on the other battlefield. And yes, we play another turn. He doesn't win on the spot, but he's never winning on the spot if I have punch first. So he has to put himself in a better position by making me deramp even more, and then he'll win next turn. So that's the game for you. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe. We're very close to 500 subscribers, so, and that's a huge milestone. So thank you all for subscribing and sharing these videos around. I hope you find this useful and entertaining, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.